Hey babes, it's Kay and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My first video this year was a Q&A on just any random thing, but I was doing my everyday makeup routine, right? So I decided, why not do this again? I've been doing this thing where I am taking makeup colors that persons on my Instagram have suggested and I'm doing them so I don't have repeat of colors. So I have like a list of colors, so I'm gonna be doing my makeup while we answer some questions about, drumroll please, high school. A lot of persons want to know my high school experiences, so therefore I thought it would be the perfect video. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey baby. Hey baby. Out of my mind, I'm still too young to feel this way. Still too young to be. So we always start off with our primer, our Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Primer. Always make it tacky. Let that dry. For my brows, I'm using my Precisely My Brow pencil to outline my brows, and then we're using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Warm Honey to conceal it. And then we will be right back once we have our base done for our eyeshadow. My base is finished for my eyeshadow, so before we continue any further, I think we should answer a question or two. The first question is which school you went. So for those of you who don't know, I went to St. Vincent Girls High School. If I find any pictures while I'm telling you guys these stories, I'll put them next to me. But I went to Girls High School in 2010 and I graduated in 2015. Okay, so just a reminder, pink, purple, turquoise, light blue. So I have this color for light blue from the James Charles Morphe palette. I have these purples and pinks from my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. For the turquoise, I have these colors from my Julia palette, the Zulu. So with that being said, we can get right into this look. Pink, purple, turquoise, pink, purple, turquoise, pink. We are going to take our LA Girl Pro Concealer and we are going to trace our foundation. By doing so, we are going to lay a base of concealer. Little above the crease, but more upwards. Repeat the same step on the next side. So I don't know if you guys could see it right now, but we have our base right there. And what we're gonna do with that base is we're going to add our pink. We are going to take this brush, this flat brush, and apply the color Lolly Mama and Tipsy Girl up here. That's what we're gonna do from the Jaclyn Hill palette. While we do the next side, we're gonna ask another question. Which Form 1 were you in? Okay, so for those of you who do not know, Girls High School have different names of Form 1s. The Form 1s, I believe, are Young, Norris, Deacon, and Velox. Is it? I think that's it. It should be it. It really should be it. But I think it may have changed right now. But I was in 1G Norris, which is second stream. How many subjects did you do? I did 9 subjects. 9 was the least amount of subjects I can do. Reason being is because I was a prefect and prefects had to do the minimum. Well, you can do more, but like you had to do the minimum if you were a prefect. So you weren't allowed to be dropped out of a subject and you couldn't drop a subject. So pink is finished. Let's move on to the next color. So the next color we're gonna be doing is Not My Journey from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And we're just gonna be following the lines here. So our next question is, how was sign up for you? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, sign up is this thing where when you graduate, well, not graduate because you haven't graduated yet, but when you're finished with school, right before CXA, this is when you're in Form 5, by the way, you get to go on a retreat to, well, at least for judges. So you get to go on a retreat and you go and enjoy yourself. You print t-shirts with your class name on them, take pictures, memories and so on with your teachers. This will be really fun. It was time for sign up, and sign up is where you take our old school shirts, so the white shirts that we wear, and you let person sign you. Well, at least for high school, you couldn't put them on and let person sign you. You had to hold it. But you let person sign you, and like they tell you good luck in sexy, or they tell you wishing all the best for you, etc. So they tell you all of this loveliness, like if it's an autograph book, basically. You do that, and that's it. Sign up for me was not that big of a deal. It was fun. It was just a time to like hang out with your friends and so on. It wasn't anything too big. You and your best friends went to the same high school? Yes, we did actually. Me, China, and Chelsea went to the same high school. Rihanna was a year younger than me, so she went to the same high school. But Ensala went to convent. Who is ever from convent and high school? Let me know down in the comments below. But we're finished with the purple, so we're moving on to the next color. So we're going back in with our trusty concealer, and we're gonna cut not the crease, but we're gonna cut a slant. I'm trying, my hands are shaking. So while I try not to mess up my eye and continue on with the questions, I'm gonna do the next eye. I'm gonna try to answer the question like this. So the next question is, what was your favorite subjects? My favorite subjects in high school, from Form 1 to 3, maths. From Form 4 and 5, accounting. Who was your favorite teacher? My favorite teacher would have to be the only teacher I probably speak to this day, Mrs. Dorisha John. Have you ever entered the Miss Heritage Pageant? No, I hate pageants. I won't enter. I won't be caught dead in one. I hate pageants. Like, no. Nope. Next. Did you have any problems with popularity? You know, that word is such a funny thing. But I was not liked in high school. I cannot say that I think that I was liked in high school. I do not think most people like me in high school. I was told, like, recently from like a lot of people who went to school with me, that they thought I was just stuck up, this rich kid, for me, not rich at all, this rich kid that is too good for everybody. I don't know what gave them that impression, but so they tell me I was giving them that impression. So most people that speak to me this day was telling me that, oh, I didn't like you in high school, and I'll be like, why? And they'll be like, you just was stuck up. I was very quiet, and I didn't talk unless I was spoken to. So a lot of times I won't just go up to random people and just have conversations. And I guess persons took offense to that and just thought I was stuck up, because I also went from the second stream to the first stream, and like after that a lot of persons stopped talking to me. So I won't say I was popular, but I don't think it was a problem. I think I enjoyed my high school regardless. So moving on, we are going to be using Hello in the James Charles palette. How was your first day in Form 1? On your first day, you normally go to school for like half the day, so it's not really anything interesting. You just meet whoever you're in class with and your teacher, but you do that on orientation day, so you kind of just don't do much on the first day, so it's not nothing to speak about really. Was your high school all-girls school? How was that experience? Yes, my high school was an all-girls school, and let me just say that experience makes you know how to like trust girls and when to know girls are being really ruthless and manipulative, etc. Overall, it wasn't a horrible experience, but girls are mean and vindictive. and you just have to be careful. So it builds character. Ever ate at Pit Stop? For those of you who don't know what Pit Stop is, Pit Stop is a restaurant that's right between grammar school and girls' high school, and it was mainly for like linemen. And I think I've eaten there before, but it wasn't somewhere that I was like drawn to. But I have eaten there before. What color house were you in at GHS? I was in head mistress house, the best house, period. Boop. I don't care what nobody say, that was the best house. So I was in headmistress house. And the next question is, did you like your color house? Loved it. I was in blue house when I was in primary school, so I wanted to be in blue house when I was in secondary school, and I did get through to do that. So blue house all the way. I loved it. Wouldn't want to be in other color house. Sorry, not sorry. Did you get bullied? If you did, why? To me, bullying doesn't exist. At least not in the Caribbean. I find it very hard to say that what people classify as bullying to be bullying. Nobody ever troubled me, like teased me or anything, so I can't really call it bullying. Just people that didn't like me, but like I won't call it bullying. That's my point right now. So no, I don't think I was ever bullied in high school. What subjects did you study in Form 4? So in Form 4 I studied 9 subjects like I mentioned earlier, and those subjects were, I'm sorry, whenever I stop it's because I'm trying to focus. But those subjects were maths, econ, accounting, Spanish, Geo, IT, IS, that's integrated science, English, theater arts. Yeah, those are the subjects that I did. Oh my gosh, the blue is transferred. Blue behave. Like, behave. Best subject and worst subject. Best subject is I was not going to say G. No, please. Accounting. Worst subject is English. I hated English. I mean, I still do. It's one of the most, like, I'm not good at English. I don't think I am. So, like, doing it in school, I hated it so much. So that was my least favorite subject in school. So to continue now, I would clean up anything else after when this blue stops smudging. But to continue now, we have to continue and do our foundation. Foundation is what we're doing. And for my foundation, both of my pumps broke. Therefore, I have to be mixing colors. So I have my Fenty Beauties in 390 and 360, and I'm gonna be mixing them. This is my summertime color and this is my winter color, believe it or not. Gonna be mixing them. We're gonna be mixing them. Hopefully this is my color. Okay, this color isn't that bad. Okay, so we're gonna continue. While I do my foundation, we're gonna continue on with the questions. Did you ever sing in assembly? Why do y'all have the opinion that I can sing? I don't understand. Everybody always wants me to sing. Like, I can't sing. What form was the hardest for you? So I would think that Form 2 was the hardest for me. Reason being is because, like, I came from second stream to like first stream, right? Who is playing music? I went from first stream to second stream, right? And it was such a competitive bunch that I came last once with 86%. And I cried, like legit cried, because imagine you in a class trying your hardest and you get a good percentage, yeah? Like 86 is not a percentage to cry for on a regular, but 86% and coming last, yeah, I would cry. So I would say Form 2 because of the adjusting. I think I wasn't adjusting too well yet, because I think that was for smart reading. But boy, did I cry that day. And my mommy was like so confused. She was like, "What, you want me to beat you? Because your grades are good." Mommy, like, still, it's upsetting. How was the SPA when you started? SBAs. I enjoy doing my accounting SBA. That's probably the only SBA that I enjoy doing. Any other SBA, I probably got help from other people, but like unused like guidance. But like my accounting SBAs were really fun because we had to come up with a business and do our own like inventory and checks and so on, business name, everything. So it was like really fun. I need to switch to a sponge now. My forehead is really tiny, so I have to cover it properly like that. This is my foundation. I know it doesn't look all the best, but trust the process, okay? And let's move on to concealer. So we are gonna use my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter concealer in the shade 330. And we're gonna continue the questions. Did you ever come first? I do not know. The reason I say I do not know is because I was in such competitive classes. When I was in Form 4 and 5, I know I like used to come in the top 5, but I do not ever recall coming first. Like it's not something I remember, so I don't know. I look like a masquerader. Oh, how I wish. So now we're gonna blend it in. We just have to wet our sponge again. Okay, so while we blend this in, let's answer some more questions. What secondary school hard? Relatively. My secondary school used to kill us with work, so yeah. But it was work that made us be more ahead of where we were supposed to be, so I'm grateful. What was your high school experience like? My high school experience I cannot go on to speak about without mentioning Girl Guides. My high school experience was basically guides and my extra activities like dancing and modeling that kept me busy along with my high school. Let's break this down, right? School-wise, school was relatively boring and difficult, but you have to do it. It's only a few years, you have to do it. And I did enjoy some of the work, some of the topics and so on. Some teachers made it interesting, some just did not care, and some just came because they were getting paid. That's how it felt with some teachers, and some teachers you actually learn things and you actually enjoy the classes. Theater arts was definitely a fun class. That was when we were like improv and so on, learning the theater. So that's basically speaking about schoolwork and subject. Extracurricular activities. I was in Girl Guides from Form 1 to Form 4, right? And that, trust me, helped me, and I would like to say my other friends, build a lot of skills in those 4 years. Girl Guides, we used to party a lot. We used to have a lot of outings, but we also had a lot of projects to do. And with that, you couldn't do or have your fun time if you didn't complete your projects. You couldn't go on camp. You couldn't go to our pool parties, our get-togethers. You couldn't, well, I can't say couldn't come to the teen hubs because the teen hubs were for everybody. You couldn't do a lot of things that were exclusive to the company if you did not complete your projects. And Mrs. Dorsey was strict on that. Like, she did not play around with your projects because she wanted us to be able to manage our time wisely. I should probably thank her for the reason why I can do all of this and still have a social life, because she found that it was important to not only work hard but to play hard. But you only gave yourself the chance to play hard if you worked hard. Yo, Girl Guides was just really fun. Like, if you're not in it, well, I don't know what it is now, but Number 11, the company that I was in, doesn't exist anymore, which must suck for a lot of persons because you did not experience the awesomeness of Girl Guides when Number 11 was there. We went on so much camps. We went to Union Island for my first camp, but we didn't stay in Union Island. We went to every Grenadine Island every day of that camp. And if you don't know, we have in Vincent we have Grenadine Islands, like 32 Ks and Keys. Wait, what? 32 islands and keys. So we went to, like, I think a good set of them. I can't tell you how much, but I think we went to like more than 6, because camp was 10 days. That was just my first camp, and that built leadership skills and a lot of other things, outdoor techniques and so on. We went to Curacao for camp. Yes, Curacao for camp. Stayed in a nice hotel and whatnot, and we weren't allowed to be in the beds. Can you imagine going to a nice hotel and you can't use the bed? That is how we were camping. And then we had our local camp at Brighton, and then we had our international camp at Black Point. And when I tell you, those camps were very competitive but very fun. I'll put some pictures as I'm speaking about all of these. Like, I think that was the only pageant I went in, like, for guides and camp and so on. Really embarrassing, but I'll try to put a picture here for you guys. And that was the only one I would ever go in. I do not regret doing Girl Guides, trust me. Moving on past Girl Guides, however, I use my Laura Mercier and I use my Tarte Hotel Heiress to get back some color in my skin. Besides Girl Guides and besides subjects in school, etc., friends. I had some interesting friends in high school. I don't have beef with anybody. So if I see my friends from high school, I would greet them, etc. I don't have beef with people. But like, we're just not close like that anymore. But my friends from high school made my experience much better. I think I went through a lot of different friend groups. When I mean friend groups, I mean I had people that I was closer to at one point, and then persons, like, you just find who's for you as you go into school and you go through school. So don't always expect that you would have the same friends forever. But if you do meet good friends, like Chelsea and China, I know them from Form 1 and we're still friends like that, then you're lucky. We used to do a lot of games. And I'm not a sports person, so when I mean games, I mean we used to play a lot of tag. Yes, tag. We were big students playing tag. Problem. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was like a really fun experience. I show most people used to just watch us like, oh my gosh, this is so immature. And like, even when we were in Form 5, we were doing this. Like, the whole school was our playground. So you could have hide anywhere and run anywhere. And I don't know, I just had a really good experience with high school. So we're gonna dust off the excess product with this brush. And then came sports. Sports was always my favorite time because I would cheerlead. And for those of you who don't know, in high school you can't cheerlead in Form 1, you could only cheerlead in Form 2 and above. So I cheerlead from Form 2 to Form 5. I was captain in Form 5. And like I said before, I was in headmistress, so headmistress all the way. If I find a video, I'll put it in right now. But yeah, high school was a good time for me. And then we had dance festival. I remember dance festival when we danced for high school, well, representing high school. That was also fun. You see, high school just have so much different experiences for me that I just can't be, I can't be anything less than grateful for it. We're moving back into the eyeshadow, and for this eyeshadow we are going to, eyeliner. We need eyeliner. So I'm going to be using the Amuse Cosmetics liquid liner in black. This is just a liner that I found in St. Vincent. I do not know the brand. There's also a video on how I do my eyeliner, so I will link that here. So because this eyeliner kind of dries funny, I have to put on mascara to separate my lashes before I continue with anything else. And I'm using my bad girl bag from Benefit because I'm a bad girl. And then we continue with our turquoise. For this, we're gonna take the Zulu palette from Juvia's Palace, and we're gonna take this color right here. Okay, that's my eye look, and I'm gonna finish it off with the same bad girl bang mascara. And then we're gonna continue on and do our blush. We're gonna take this fluffy brush right here and my L'Oreal lip blush, and we're gonna add back some more color to my face. Add back some color. Yes, I know I'm adding plenty blush, but it's cute. Okay, so to finish off, all we have to do is my highlight, and I'm using my Kilowatt Foil palette in Freestyle Highlighter palette. This is it, and I'm gonna be using this color right in the middle. Let me put on my lashes, and then we'll be right back. I forgot, for my lashes, I'm gonna be using this lash set that I have. As you can see, the lashes are mostly used. I'm using this Lash Vault 16 pairs luxury strip lashes from Prima Lash. I got this on Pretty Little Thing as well, and I'm using the Duo lash glue. And I think I want to use a lash called D35. So lashes are on, and I'm going to, I don't really like up lipstick, so I'm gonna be using this Fenty Gloss Ruby Milk, one of the minis. I'm gonna get changed and come back, okay guys?
Still I'm feeling misplaced. I keep going down, down, down. Too many years going by, caught in a...
Hey guys, so that's the end of this video.
But out of my mind, I'm still too young.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. Share with your friends, and until next time, bye.